Hi there, Maggie May here, and we are currently in week 5 or 6 of COVID-19 lockdown, quarantine. To be honest, I've lost track. Everything feels the same. Days blur together, weekends, weekdays, it doesn't matter. We're all staying at home, practicing social distancing. The one thing I still enjoy is grocery shopping. I'm not doing it as often as I'd like. I'm just being mindful of the need to stay indoors. However, when I do, I relish the experience. Being able to peruse fresh ingredients, shop for things that inspire me, and then maybe make something interesting. So today I thought it'd be fun if we did just that. So I'm heading down to my local Save-On Foods. I hear that Chilean grapes are in season. So I thought it'd be interesting if we go ahead and pick us up a bunch, and do something interesting with them. Got some tips and tricks up my sleeve on how to make a delicious sweet fruit boozier. Because God knows I'm far away from making my own wine, future goals. But in the meanwhile, let's see what I can add to make these grapes drinkable. Or drinker friendly? Alcoholic friendly? Whatever you call this. So stay tuned as we shop for some grapes. Maybe I'll give you some tips and tricks on how to pick the best ones and get super creative with it. Come on. Okay. There we are. First thing we see. Let's see. It's product India. We're not looking for that. We're looking for, yes, Chilean grapes. These are the muscats. They are in season and specially bred so that they can be eaten straight up. Like, it's sweet, there's no seeds. When choosing grapes, you want to make sure it's firm, the stem isn't bitter or stale. Most of them are on the stem. This actually looks like a good bag. I chose the right one right off the bat. Okay, let's grab this. Some more grapes. Ooh, I like the way these ones look. Sweet celebration. It's got a bit of bruising on this one, so I think I will gravitate towards a different dye. Yeah. So this kind of film is actually called bloom. It's completely normal. It's just like a defense mechanism for the grapes. Edible, of course, you're going to be washing your table grapes when you have them. Yeah. Let's grab this and add it to our basket. Got my ingredients. Let's get creative. A few days have elapsed since we purchased our grapes. I'm back in the safety of my own home, quarantined. In order to keep them fresh and ready for me when I want to use them, get them in the fridge. Take a look. It's normally not this well stocked, but during quarantine and social distancing time, I've been busy cooking. So I've got a lot of fresh ingredients, some stock bases, a lot of mixes. So here are our grapes. We want to wash what we're going to use. That way they stay a lot fresher for a lot longer. And you want to keep them in the bags they came with. They're especially designed to keep them ventilated and fresher for longer. When cooking with fruit or any ingredients, you always want to taste it, see what you're working with. You need to sweeten something, you need to make it salty. I'm hoping the sweet celebration lives up to its name. Let's pick out a bushel of each first. Get them in my colander. So regardless of the need to be extra cautious and extra sanitary, you want to wash your fruit. You don't know what pesticides have gone on them, where they've been, how they've grown, who's touched what, just safety. I actually have a colander. Cold water, good scrub. If you have the time, let it soak. We're just washing any of the impurities. You can already see the water change color. Right, let's give them a taste. This is the red seedless grapes from Chile. Okay, it's got like a really tart finish to it. Almost like a little pucker. Really, you probably want to use this with like a fruit salad or even a vinaigrette, something that you want more tang as opposed to sweetness. And this is the sweet celebration, the round one. Okay, that's definitely the muscat grape, definitely bred to be eaten just like that. It is tart but sweet, a nice little dry sensation down the throat. Really great. You can definitely get creative with that in more of a dessert aspect.
make it into syrup, just top it on maybe a tart, or in my case, look what I've got prepared. Got our grapes soaking in some liqueur, and we've got some just straight up frozen. The weather has been a lot nicer here in Vancouver, almost summer-like. People are going out, they're getting their tans on, and it's reminding me of patio season. Beautiful cocktails, sparkling wines with ice cubes. So a fun way to chill your drink is with grapes. You can use them as ice cubes that are edible, and it adds a little zhuzh to your drink. Or in my case, a little bottle of sparkling you want to have, but you have forgotten to chill it, so it's completely room temperature. What are you to do? Frozen grapes to the rescue. Got both varieties on chill. I think I'm going to use the tart ones because they'll probably finish and round out the taste of the sparkling a lot better. About 5 now. Let's go for a nice lucky 7. Really get our drink chilled. To kind of get the liquid cool and enjoy. Also makes a really great party treat. People can add their own grapes, they can eat from it. And the best part is, it's like sangria. When you have the fruit floating afterwards, definitely eat it because it's gonna be saturated with stuff. I've also done a little experimenting. I've also soaked the red seedless grapes in some vodka and the sweet celebration in some gin. I test my chopstick skills here by picking one up. It's been soaking for 24 hours. Oh, hey! So, the grape has frozen. I forget, grapes freeze because of juice. The vodka hasn't. It's nice. I can taste the vodka, but it's not very strong, and the grapes really like brighten and mellow it out. That's a fun treat. You can also puree them. I make them to margaritas. Let's try the gin ones. Oh. This could be a drinking game in itself, like bobbing for grapes using chopsticks. You get it, you eat it. Oh, wow. Botanical of the gin, the flavor of the gin is really just like smacks you in the face. Like, look at me. The sweetness of the grape with the gin, the botanical gin, like the floral essence of gin, really balance out very nicely. And now that we have our juices flowing, I thought it'd be fun if we made Jell-O shots. Now that since we've got grapes and since we've got liquor, let's make scratch-made Jell-O shots featuring Chilean grapes, freshly juiced. Let's get at it. I've allowed my grapes to sit for a substantial amount of time. I'm also kind of rinsing them off and plucking off any of the ones that are a little squishy or might not be in the best conditions. It's going to ultimately affect the taste of our Jell-O. You want the best juices from the best grapes. And this is the method. Removing them all from their stem. And through the magic of YouTube. Ta-da! And we strain. There we go. So the next part is the juicing. I actually have a juicer, so this will be relatively easy. If you don't, I can't really imagine anyone smashing this many grapes and having the patience to do so. So maybe this recipe isn't for you. For those who don't wash their fruit, I just wanted to show the residue at the bottom of my white colander bowl. This is what we do. Look at all of that dirt that came out of these grapes. It's not the fanciest, but it's going to do the trick. We're going to add our grapes inside. It's going to strain. We're going to have fresh grape juice for our Jell-O. We decided to mix both the tangy and the sweet grapes. I think they're going to balance each other out. One is a little too bitter straight up, and one is a little too sweet for myself. So by having them together, I think it'd be a great blend. It's kind of like when you blend wines, but exactly like when you blend wines because they're grapes. Right? So we have our juice. 1.5 bushels of grapes got us this much. It's not a lot. Luckily, I only need enough Jell-O for myself because realistically, I'm social distancing. So this is plenty, but normally you would want to double up on this. So I guess possibly 4 bags if you're going to blend from real. So you want to begin by blooming your gelatin. So you want to take a tablespoon, which is 15 mils. Luckily, I bought these packs that have pre-measured 15 mils worth of gelatin, which is great because I don't have measuring spoons. I was going to use a tablespoon and wing it. So this is great. We have a 1/4 cup of the fruit juice in with the gelatin, just to allow it to bloom by whisking it until the mixture starts to thicken. This will ensure a smooth, even surface of my Jell-O shots. 1/4 cup. Tablespoon. Fortunately, I don't have a whisk, so I'm just going to be using this tablespoon just to mix and thicken. So naturally, because it's real fruit juice, you're not going to get the same clear finish as you would from a packet of Jell-O. It's not going to be translucent, but I'm hoping it tastes a lot better considering the quality of the Chilean grapes I've chosen. Yeah, it looks like applesauce. Now we're going to be adding some hot water. It is called for just boiled water. Luckily, I have this device that keeps boiled water at the ready. So I'm just going to dole out 1/4 cup. And we're going to add it to our mixture and mix again. Once the mixture is smooth, we're going to add in more juice and our vodka. So the color isn't as appealing as I hoped. At this point, you can add in some food coloring to kind of give it that essence. I'm not, because I want the organic version. I'm going to throw a little tangent here. Because I want to use more spirits to make my Jell-O shots stronger, I'm going to add in more gelatin in hopes that it would hold its shape. Because as we know, liqueur doesn't freeze. Wish me luck. Well, that was a poor start to begin with. A little lumpier than I'd like it, but luckily it's for myself, so my low standards will let me get away with this. Now we're gonna add in about 1/2 cup of sparkling, along it with the rest of our grape juice. Apparently my splash is 1/2 cup, I mean 1/4 cup. Like about cooking for yourself, you really get to like play with an experiment and really do it to your taste. Like that needs for vodka. One of my tips for surviving quarantine and social isolation is to really indulge in yourself. Don't give up the pageantry, don't settle. Go for a bit of that panache because it's gonna come out in the long run. You're gonna have more fun with it, you're gonna enjoy yourself a lot more. So I bought little red mini solo cups and I'm gonna fill these up with my Jell-O mixture and some of my frozen grapes soaked in vodka and gin. And hopefully we're gonna have a good time tomorrow once they've settled. And sadly, this is all for me. Let's get filling. Each cup gets one. Fills it 3/4 full. I like the idea of being able to see the grape to give it some color because realistically, this might not be an appealing shade for most people. Into the fridge it goes. Set and chill for the freaking weekend. It's time to check on our Jell-O. Woo! And it's solid. Every day and any time is happy hour when you're quarantining. So, no shame in digging in. Let's see if I can just like meld them in without actually using a spoon. Okay, maybe not. Oh, that's super tasty. Wow, the grapes that I put in really add a nice like refreshing bit to it. The gelatin tastes fantastic. I don't get any of that alcohol flavor, but I think I can probably feel it after a few, but fantastic. Oh, I'm tasting it.
Well, there you have it. I hope I've been able to inspire you into doing something creative this quarantine, whether it's picking up some Chilean grapes and getting creative in your kitchen, or just enjoying a new hobby. As always, thanks for watching, and please hit the subscribe button for some more food-fueled fun. Cheers.